What's going on, Jerome's beautiful Wednesday? Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. Also, thumb update. So this is where we're currently at, right there. Are you going my way? Yeah. Zoom in and enhance. Yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be black and blue. We're gonna lose the nail, is what it is. But overall, it's a little swollen. Pain not bad, right? But also, I wish it was doing something cooler versus just fixing a garage door chain. I wish I was a pool hustler. And it was like the hustler, and they call him money. Pool hustlers get their thumbs broken, but alas. Anyways, speaking of broken, the Vikings secondary could use a little bit of supplementation, but unfortunately, Asante Samuel, free agent, apple everyone's eye, who was coming back from a spinal fusion procedure, he is signed with the Steelers because he does not want to win. Yeah. So he signs with Steelers, Joey Porter Jr., JPJ, Ramsey, etc. Try and get them over the hump. Try and get Tomlin that elusive 9-8 record. That's really about it. Now, it would have been nice to add Asante to the room, but just didn't come together. Asante did visit the Vikings with a medical visit on Friday, but the Vikings, not to be outdone. Big time moves, man. Vikings signed cornerback Shamar Bartholomew to the practice squad. Now, first off, we're cornering the market on Bartholomew's. We got both of them. Then Shembart. So he's got speed, he's got size. Undrafted free agent in 2024, coming out of Georgia Southern. Yeah. Same alma mater as our guy Najee Thompson, and he spent some time with the Jets. Was on the Panthers practice squad last season. Played some special teams, and overall, it's like, in terms of a dart throw, sure. I don't mind the cornerback depth at all. And again, good size, physical on the outside, as well as can be a plus special teamer. Not a bad addition. It certainly could be a spot where the Vikings, maybe they weren't sure about Asante Samuel's spinal fusion procedure, even though the Vikings are the patron saints of medical dudes. But I don't know, man. Something I do know is that annual November food shelf fundraiser is off to a hot start. So we're 12 days into November. All Venmos, Cash Apps, Super Chats in November go towards Twin Cities food shelves and families in need. $2,000 goal for the month. We're currently at about $1,600 because our guy, Brad, B-Rad, BBB, Big Bad Brad, donated $456 directly to our friends over at Every Meal. You can do that. Donation links are in the description. If you donate directly to Every Meal, email produceralleyftw@gmail.com, so we'll include you in the tally. We are off to the races, baby. We're probably going to jack up the goal. I don't know, 4K, 5K? Do it up. Donation links in the video description below. Also, someone who's feasting, Jalen Speedy Nailor, coming off his career game. Now, I've always liked Nailor, but things just haven't come together, and there's been inconsistencies, notably the punt return against Green Bay. Speedy Nailor, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe he had one career punt return. I think that was it. But injuries, drops, and also remember back in the day, Keenan McCarthy was standing on the table to draft him, the pride of Michigan State, and now he's finally coming into his own in a contract year, shocker. But Kevin Connell was on with Paul Allen 9 to noon. Speedy is just playing fast. He's playing through contact. He's getting a lot of one-on-ones because of Jordan and Justin and TJ, and there's a lot of feature coverage take away from some of those guys, and Speedy goes to work in those moments. And Speed's probably going to get paid, a little something in free agency. And here's what's always difficult, because do I think that Speedy is a number one receiver? No. Do I think he's even a number two? Ideally not. Do I think he's a really good wide receiver 3? Absolutely. Right. And as O'Connell said, Nailor's benefiting from Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson absorbing up a lot of that coverage, so he's able to operate and do the damn thing, and he's showing off his skill set. Now, if he signs somewhere else in free agency, like Tennessee throws $15 million a year at him, I am mad at that. Go get yours, man. But is Speedy going to be a wide receiver 1-2? I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having Speedy back at a reasonable deal, especially pending what happens with Addison. Yeah, but Speedy is definitely taking especially taking advantage of his situation, and you love to see him, man. Always a big fan of Speedy, knocking down all the wood, stays healthy and good to go. Plus, it's pretty clear that McCarthy trusts him. I mean, that gotta have it spot against the Lions, going to number one. I am number one. Also, it's from Alec Lewis, the Athletic excerpt breaking down J.J. McCarthy. O'Connell hasn't explicitly stated this, but the film seems to suggest that the Vikings want to limit second-year quarterback J.J. McCarthy from having to make big-time throws in traffic over the middle of the field. It's a sensible approach, but one that requires an elite level of early down efficiency, which the Vikings have not had. Yeah. And if you look from his passing chart on, from the Ravens game. So by design, there are a lot of throws on the outside, right? He's got the ball to zip it outside the numbers, whether it's deep, whether it's in the cover two hole, whether it's whatever, right? And also, just anecdotally, it does kind of seem like a lot of the throws over the middle that McCarthy has are when he's playing off script and sometimes against his body, which just makes the heart flutter. It makes it feel great. Now, the whole thing about it is that Kevin O'Connell's offense is predicated a lot on accuracy over the middle, but sort of understandable with J.J. McCarthy, young quarterback, first time starting, and don't want to say like half field reads because that obviously isn't the case, but sometimes, just giving a young quarterback who's got arm for days just an easy high-low 1-2 read on the outside. I mean, that's building up confidence, getting him experience. And O'Connell, I mean, he's dealt with veterans like Kirk Cousins, veterans like Sam Darnold, and you really can open things up. Whereas I'm sure that there's a pretty clear correlation between young quarterbacks not throwing over the middle a lot, because that's where the defenders are, right? And it does take a lot of experience and precision to find those dead spots in the zone, especially since defenses are so good at disguise nowadays that it's almost like, well, it's not full training wheels, but it's kind of training wheels. You know what I mean? And it's where Kevin O'Connell just wants to put J.J. McCarthy in the best situation to succeed, and just knowing that he doesn't have the experience yet. He's had 4 career starts where he's not going to grip it and rip it over the middle of the field like a Stafford, like Sam Darnold, etc., where eventually he'll get there, right? This isn't just going to be a outside the numbers saying can't throw left. Obviously you can. We'll see. But also, deep middle. I still want that skinny post for Jefferson. That was there, man. Also, speaking of J.J. McCarthy charts, so Ian Hartitz, really good with fancy stuff. Quarterback efficiency 2025. So the X is completion percentage above expected. Pretty straightforward. And the Y is the, I hope I got that right, EPA per play, expected points added per play, including passes, rushes, etc. And J.J. McCarthy is in the bottom left, which is no good. Right, so McCarthy's in the bottom left of the chart, meaning that it's bad. Also, he's surrounded by Dylan Gabriel. Ooh, baby, I love your way. That might be my favorite, like, deep cut joke of the season. And also Cam Ward is up in there. Top right, which is where you want to be, is Darnold, Drake May, and Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson, and not Jordan Love. Well, if Jordan Love is in the top right, this entire chart is FUBAR, so doesn't matter. Do not care into it. But obviously small sample size, and obviously McCarthy, pretty high variance at this point. But I don't know, like, where's the signature Dylan Gabriel or Cam Ward moment? I mean, McCarthy's had a few of them. Right, and that's certainly something you could build on, become more consistent, go from there. Something that has not been consistent this year is turnovers. Right, so while the offense have been consistently turnover, but the defense, the Vikings defense has 9 turnovers this season. They had 20 through 9 games last year. Yeah, and I don't think it's as simple as, hey, they should have re-signed Beasley, but I mean they could have re-signed Beasley. Beasley was just great for the vibes, man. Also, Philippines, rise up, right? And also, we talk about Murph, too. Like, Murph doesn't have any interception this year. He had 4 through 9 games last year, including 3 straight games with a pick. I mean, he was on a streak, man. All right, but I don't know. Like, obviously, turnovers have a little bit of puck luck, and hopefully the Vikings can start generating more opportunities and seizing those opportunities, but it's just weird. It's just like, think how the season would be different if the defense had 11 more turnovers. I mean, it might be undefeated. Yeah. Well, we would have lost the Falcons game. Yeah. Also, talking about setbacks. Al Clusi Athletic, Vikings OC Wes Phillips just wanted to address the false starts right off the bat. Obviously, something we can't have. That's losing football, lose a turnover battle, pre-snap penalties. That's not winning football. I personally am embarrassed by it. And it just does seem like the Vikings put together a special package for the Ravens and messing with the cadence, introducing multiple cadences where I don't know if they needed to do that. It's almost like they got too cute. They got too fancy by half, and they got bit in the ass for it. Right? So I don't know if it's that, too much tinkering, the O-line's getting used to McCarthy's cadence. Don't know, man. Yeah. Also, speaking of O-line, so this should make you mad at offensive line coach Chris Cooper. So number one, Garrett Bradbury is having a really damn good season out there with the Patriots. And Ed Ingram down there with the Texans. Ed Ingram has allowed just one sack across 299 pass blocking snaps after allowing 21 over the past 3 years. Now, they played a game in between. This is from last week, but he still didn't allow a sack. And there was a lot of passing in catch-up mode against the Jaguars. So Ed Ingram, a lot of people gave Kwesi a lot of poop for spending a second-round pick on Ed Ingram out of LSU. And what's weird, his scouting report out of LSU, good pass protector, bad run blocker. But with the Vikings, he was a decent run blocker and a bad pass protector, right? And there were so many things in there. It's like, was it Bradbury? Was it the coaching? Was it the scheme? Was it whatever? But now Ed Ingram is settling in. Ed Ingram might make a Pro Bowl this year, right? Wouldn't that just be perfect, right? Now, obviously, we're happy with Donovan Jackson. Ooh, it's for real, especially Will Fries. Phillips had some great words about Will Fries, which we'll talk about later. But I don't know, man. It's just woulda, coulda, shoulda. And like I said, Kwesi got a lot of grief for the Ed Ingram pick, but maybe it comes down to coaching because you can only take it so far with the players you select. Where is the development? Where is the coaching? Where is all of that? And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I can't snap with this hand. All of a sudden, he gets magically becomes one of the better guards in the NFL. Just come on, man. Yeah. All right. Lastly, $55 million a year. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. And then Vikings back in practice this week. Jonathan James McCarthy resumes his quest, start number 5 to be the best quarterback in the National Football League. Vikings taking on the Bears. It's going to be good, man. And also that defense getting back on track. Ooh, we after that ass, Caleb. That's right. 4, 5, 6 turnovers. 4, 5, 6 sacks. It's going to be good. Ryan Kelly's going to be back. Josh Oliver's going to be back. Let's run the damn football. Let's go, man. Let's go. Anyways, that's it. Wednesday, Vikings News Dump. You guys are the absolute best you know what to do. Skull production value.